Why do I train? And especially, why do I keep training so hard now that my athletic career is over and I seemingly don't have any goals to train for anymore? That's a really interesting and tough question I often ask myself. And in essence, it comes down to the fact that I have a really strong desire to truly feel alive and to be as strong as capable as I can. I think a strong physical outlet like weight training is an absolutely amazing way to achieve deeper connection to yourself, to the world around you, and really build yourself both physically and mentally. When I was an athlete, I had a very structured training plan. I had pretty strong and concrete goals of making the Olympic Games. Someone else took care of my training. There's a lot of stuff that was dialed in. And now that I'm past that, I don't really have that anymore. Yet, honestly, I find myself even more motivated and more excited to train than I've ever been before. I think the process of getting stronger, getting more muscular, getting leaner, living healthily, and living connected to yourself and the world around you, I think is infinite. This process is absolutely beautiful. It can come in so many different ways, so many different fashions. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. And that's really something I find a lot of beauty in, I find a lot of power in, and I find a lot of freedom to now pursue different outlets. I'm still very much biased by strength training. I love myself a good barbell, strong, heavy lifts, squat, bench, all kinds of stuff like that. All the different athletic outlets like jumping, different power exercise like the Olympic lifts, and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, those are just amazing tools to get better, to get stronger, to get more muscular. And I really, truly enjoy these things. Any former athlete that had a long athletic career eventually comes to this point where the athletic career is over. And this question really comes up. What do I do next? How do I keep training? Do I even want to keep training? Those are all very important questions to ask. For me, that transition was fairly seamless. I've always had a very strong desire and very strong motivation to train. And in a lot of ways found it even more liberating now that I could really dig into all the different things that excite me. The vast world out there of training and fitness. There's so many beautiful examples out there, so much inspiration, so many different exercises you can try. And if you keep it within a strong framework, you can really fit a lot of different things in there. You can make great progress. You can lose some weight. You can look great. You can still keep getting stronger. So now for me, it's not really about chasing any strong external goals. I just want to get better. I really want to own the progress. I want to build very strong habits, very strong lifestyle that incorporates a strong physical base with weight training, with movement, with exploring different skills, and things like that. So I think if you do that, you honestly don't really need any external goals to keep yourself motivated. You can keep training without having a clear goal. If the goal becomes, or if the process becomes the goal, the habits, the continuous progress forward, just getting better, just learning new things, just the feeling of pushing yourself in the gym, pushing yourself in whatever physical outlet you have, if that honestly becomes the goal, if chasing that, I truly think your training can be infinite. It really all comes down to, and it starts with your mindset. Changing from this kind of short-term or medium-term goals that you have of achieving a certain weight, throwing a certain distance, all these things like that I personally used to have, to these longer terms, to this infinite process of just getting better, of exploring, and really giving yourself the freedom to own this process, to really truly be in this process and find a lot of liberation and freedom in that, and the ability to do whatever you want it to be. So obviously that can be quite daunting and it's quite vague. I find a lot of passion in that. I have a very strong physical foundation, a weight training foundation, and having very strong principles in place to guide my own training. And within that, I can explore different exercises. But the guiding principle is just always to push yourself hard and to keep getting it in, to keep being consistent. And if you do those things, you can make great progress. And trust me, this transition, when you've been a former athlete and now you're past that, or you want to transition out of that, it's very difficult. It's not an easy transition at all. You do have to ask yourself the question, what comes next? But I can assure you it's not over. Your best days are not behind you. You can still keep getting better. You can still keep learning. You can still enjoy training. You can still chase some goals if you want to. In my opinion, you don't necessarily have to. If you make the process your goal and just to be a stronger, more capable human being and just really own the process of getting better and to physically push yourself. I don't think you need external goals, but you definitely can. And the really beautiful thing about all this is there's so many different ways to go about strength training, to go about fitness, to go about building muscle. And I really want to show that. I want to explore that for myself. And as I continue to learn, I'm sure my own training will keep changing. And I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me and show that, share all the things that I learn along the way. And if you find yourself at these crossroads right now, where you are in your life, and you had a long athletic career that came to an end and you don't know how to keep going, or you just need new input for your training, just let me know. I can provide a lot of insights of how I mastered that transition, how I continue to learn, what I continue to explore along the way. And I would love to provide some help, offer some one-on-one coaching if you're interested in that. So if you are, just shoot me a message or book a call through the link in my bio. And then we can get this process started and really see how we can help you. I have vast experience, over 15 years of strength training. I had an over 10-year professional career in shot putting. So I do have a lot of personal experience. I continue to learn from some of the best people in the field. I continue to explore myself, and I've been able to lose over 50 pounds of body weight, become leaner than I've ever been before. My body feels better. I feel more alive. I feel more empowered. And I truly think everyone deserves to feel this way. I think everyone deserves to feel capable and strong and confident in their own body. I don't believe there's a certain age or a certain time where your body deteriorates. It just all comes down to what you keep working on, that you keep pushing yourself physically, and then you create a lifestyle where physical ability, physical training is a very strong part of it. And you keep strong, keep muscular, keep lean for a long, long time, and ideally for the rest of your life. I truly believe that. That's the journey I am on myself. I want to share that. I want to take you guys with me. So if you're interested in any of that, follow along, shoot me a question, connect with me, and let's all get stronger. Let's all embrace an infinite mindset to become infinite athletes and embrace the concept of infinite strength in our own lives. Let's go.